Important topic in your book, that is, what is globalization. We talked about so many things in this chapter, especially we talked about MNCs. MNCs are the ones, the corporations which are located around the world, which are doing production across different countries. Different processes are being done in different countries. MNC is also increasing the foreign investment in the different countries. So this foreign investment, then the trade which is happening between the countries is increasing more and more. This is bringing together the world, correct? So this is what is globalization actually. So what else? People are also moving now. People are also, along with the goods, services, investments, and technology across the countries. There is also the movement of people between the countries, from one country to another country. They go for jobs, they go for education, and in this way the world is now more and more interconnected. So globalization is what? It is the process of integration of the countries. So in this way we are able to understand the term globalization. Now, what are the factors which have brought this globalization, which has enabled ka matlab which has brought the process of globalization? First is technology. Technology improvement is the main important factor which has led to globalization. How? Especially if we talk about the transportation technology, it has developed so much over the years. So fast delivery of services and goods across the different countries. Why it is possible? Because of improvement in transportation technology. Then we come towards the information and technology also. Information and communication technology is so much developed. The computers are there, the internet is there, and this has helped us. This has helped us so much to contact one another across the world. Correct. We can access any information through the click of our mouse. Correct. And we are in this amazing world of internet right now, where we can obtain and share the information. As this is what I am doing with you people. I am just making you study. I am giving you a lecture using this information technology itself. Correct. This is possible due to internet. I can record the lecture, I can use the internet, I can upload the lecture, and you can listen to the lecture from here only. Correct. So what else? We have emails, we have voicemails, all these things are around us. Information and communication technology, or IT you can call it, it has played a major role in the services also. How in the services? Like an example given in your books, using IT in globalization, like there is a magazine published for London readers. It is designed and printed in Delhi. So how does it possible? Because of internet. The designers in Delhi, they can get orders from an office in London, and through telecommunication they get the order, and then they do the things on the computer and they print the magazine and they send it to them. They can send it online also. They can also get a printout, and they can send it through airway, correct? And they can get the payment also instantly through e-banking. What else? Doctors are providing their services. Doctor in India providing services to some person across the world. Kahin bhi they can give them their services. Okay, so this is services can be given to the people across the world, different countries. Next is liberalization of the foreign trade and foreign investment policy. Over the years, what has happened? We are able to liberalize our policies. Liberalization happened in 1991. After that, we are promoting export and import. We are promoting foreign investment. Taxes which are on the import, for example, the tax barrier, these are the restrictions which the government put so as to curtail the foreign trade or to regulate it. Okay, Indian government after independence, they put lot of such barriers, trade barriers, in 1950s and 60s, so as to grow the producers within the country, so as to help them, protect them from the competition from imports. But after 1991, they liberalized their foreign trade and investment policy. How? Because they allowed more imports into the country, and they allowed foreign investment. Earlier it was not allowed, but now the government decided that more and more money will come to the country, foreign investment will come to the country will prosper, the country will move towards the path of the growth. So, removing, as given in the bold letter, removing barriers or restrictions set by the government is known as liberalization. This is what the government did over the years. After independence, it followed a restrictive policy. It followed the trade barriers. It curtailed the imports in the country. But after 1991, the government followed a liberalization policy. Government allowed more and more imports in the country. Government allowed more and more foreign investments in the country. So this is how the thing. Now students, I will discuss with you the let's work out exercises of the topics we have covered in this video. Okay. Now the first question says, what is the role of MNC in the globalization process? So MNCs play a very important role in the process of globalization. So there has been rapid increase in the globalization due to MNC, because they set up their production in more than one country, and why they do this? Because they want to have the benefit of cheap labor or market. They want to be near the market, near the raw material, and they want to go to a country with a suitable government policy. So in this way, MNCs are producing as well as selling across the different countries. So they are interlinking all the countries. So this is the answer to your first question. Second is, what are the ways in which countries are linked? I told you globalization, countries are linked through the trade, foreign trade, through the movement of services between the country. Foreign trade can be goods and services. Then foreign investment, which is done by the MNCs. Then the people, immigration of people. People are moving from one country to another for work, for study. So that is also, these are the ways in which countries are linked. Next is, choose the correct option. Globalization by connecting countries shall result in, yes, after the reading the three options, try to find the right one and tick this in your books. Next, we will move towards the second let's work out exercise. Here in the above example, underline the words describing the use of technology in the production. So this example is the magazine example. So you will underline those words where there is the use of technology. For example, you will underline the text of the magazine is sent through internet. So here the the word internet is used. Here the technology is used, correct? So in this way you will underline in this paragraph. Next question states, how is information technology connected with globalization? Would have globalization possible without the expansion of IT? Now, we all know IT play a very important role in the globalization to connect the people from the different countries. Internet is very important. Now, except there is physical movement of products, the transactions are possible through internet. More interconnection is happening because IT is there. We are able to even order online. We are able to take orders online. the seller and the buyer is meeting online. So this is very important. And apart from this, there is information, lot of information which is available there, and we are able to also send the information to the people, we are to the buyer, to the seller, and this has made the things very quick and very fast. So that is obvious that IT is very important. Moving towards the next question, what is liberalization of foreign trade? So it is given in your book, removing barriers and restrictions set by the government is liberalization of foreign trade. So how does the government does this? Custom duty. Custom duty is on the imported goods. So when there is more custom duty, less will be the imports. So liberalization promote there should be no custom duty. There should be no restrictions, quota or restrictions. What is the quota and restriction? Being imported on the products which are imported, that only this much quantity can be imported. This is a restriction by the government. Or they say only this good will be imported and this will not be imported. If they say like this, these are the restrictions. Liberalization, there is no restriction or such restrictions on the quantity of goods or which goods are to be imported in the country. So this is the thing. Next is tax on the imports is one type of trade barrier. Government could also place a limit on the number of goods that can be imported. This is known as quotas. Can you explain the example of Chinese toys? How quotas can be used as trade barrier? Do you think this should be used? Now I explained you earlier. Chinese toys, these are these destroyed the Indian toys industry. So we can use quotas. We can the government can put trade barriers so as to protect the Indian producers of the toys. So this will be able to help the Indian producers to compete with the Chinese toys. This can lead to the healthy competition in the market. So Chinese toys were totally restricted, and Indian manufacturers, they were able to have the control of the market earlier, before this 1991 liberalization policy. But now what is happening? After this policy, they have dumped the Chinese toys into the market. Now what the scenario should be? There should be some restrictions. There should be some restrictions to protect the Indian toys producers. Okay students, so this topic is covered till now. All the let's work out questions are discussed. I will tell you the questions that you have to do in your fair copies. Thank you class.